Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. But this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk about cashing out into US dollars. I'm also going to show you a timeline for XRP, where we started and where we are now. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the fourth and fifth industrial revolution coming together, colliding together. And there's one cryptocurrency that's in between both revolutions, bridging these two revolutions together. After 2027, the digital euro will likely go live for public use. Look who is involved, always tied to Ripple. Imagine selling too early, XRP. I think it's going to go live before 2027. Most likely for public use, it's going to happen at some point next year. Whenever they tell you it's years away, everything seems to happen sooner. And I think the BRICS is speeding everything up. I think we are rushing into the new financial system because of the BRICS. This comes from Vandal, Black Swan Capitalist. The gold price increased during the Great Depression, rising from $20.67 to $35 per ounce. Today, the gold price per ounce is $2,390.64. Gold is the only tangible asset in the world that has been used as a form of money, a store of value for over 5,000 years, cannot easily be taken, and has historically risen in value over time and continues to rise as fiat currencies lose their buying power. I think the reason we're watching precious metals rise in value is because the US dollar is losing value. And that's why I said I don't think we're going to want to cash out into US dollars when the time comes. I think that new US Treasury dollar is still a better option. But people always said, I'm going to cash out into gold and silver. Other people said they're going to cash out into real estate. And honestly, I think at some point we're going to see the real estate bubble pop as crypto is rising at the same time. Your house is not worth more. Your money is just worth less. And you know, I just argued this out with someone the other day. And we were talking about real estate. And he's talking about how he put new windows in his house, new siding, a new roof, and the value keeps going up. But I tried to tell him, it's not the money you're putting into the house that's causing the value to go up so much. It's the fact that the US dollar is becoming worth less every single day. So of course your house is going to be more valuable. But at some point, I even think the commercial real estate market is going to pop, and it's going to take residential with it. When that happens, if you're looking to buy your first house or get invested in real estate, that's going to be the time. You want to buy the bottom. The same way you treat crypto. Always buy the bottom and sell the top. Chris Larson, co-creator of Ripple Labs, the fourth industrial revolution. This is at Davos back in 2016. Take a listen.
How does what you're doing fit into the fourth industrial revolution?
Yeah, it was a very exciting time. So much change going on. And one of those additional changes that I think will be part of this fourth industrial revolution is this notion that we now have this internet of value. We're moving into a world where value, money, payments is moving like information already does on the internet. And that's a big deal because until now, you know, the world is sort of a lot of siloed payment networks, country by country, or, you know, Visa to M-Pesa. They don't talk to each other. And because they don't talk to each other, everybody suffers, from, you know, the poorest working class, underbanked consumer, to the thriving small business, to the biggest global corporation, they're all paying a very steep price because our world of money and payments is not interoperating, is not.
What I want to point out is that there would be no fourth industrial revolution without Ripple, without XRP, because a big part of the fourth industrial revolution is creating the Internet of Value. And take notice, Chris Larsen, even back in 2016, said we need a level playing field. He talked about banking the unbanked. And now, here in 2024, all those rails are almost complete. Then you'll remember this from 2018. How many of you still remember this video when Ashton Kutcher shocks Ellen with $4 million donation using Ripple platform? Take a listen. This one's always worth a listen.
Ventures, we invest in tech companies. And so we found this very interesting tech company called Ripple that we're going to invest in, right?
Okay, what is Ripple?
So Ripple is basically a platform to allow people to transfer money from bank account to bank account, person to person, really securely, really simply, really quickly, okay? So we found this company, we thought it was really, really interesting, and it runs on this stuff called XRP, which is a cryptocurrency, but basically it's just a way to get value from here to there, okay? So we're meeting with these folks, and they're explaining to us, the people that run it, this guy Chris Larsen and a guy named Brad Garlinghouse, and they run it, and they're talking about the ethic of this company and this platform, and how they actually really care about being an ethical company and giving a portion of this platform away to people that are doing good in the world. So it was around the exact same time that I ran into you on the beach, and you told me about this amazing birthday gift that you got from Porsche, and you explained to me that if you weren't doing this, that what you would be working on is that project, right?
Yeah, I would be saving the gorillas, yes.
You would be saving the gorillas, and everybody knows about this thing. So, but you never ask anyone for anything ever. And you said, at some point, I'm going to need some help with this. And I said, you're asking me for help. You never ask anyone for help, ever. And at the same time, you called him.
It was on your birthday. You called me on your birthday. I was like, wow, she's calling me on her birthday. Is everything okay? And you wanted to share with me this incredible story, the gift of a lifetime that Porsche gave you. And I promised you on that call that I'd be there to help you. And we are brothers, and we're here to help you.
And so we talked to Chris and Brad, and we said, there's this amazing human being, and all they ever do is think about other people they can give to. Whether it's in New Orleans, whether it's in Montecito, whether it's the people that come here, the people out there, you're always thinking about everyone else. And we wanted to show you that people are thinking about you. So, on behalf of Ripple, we'd like to give you $4 million.
And that was back in 2018. And around that time, I started investing in XRP because you seen the future in that video when he sends her that $4 million. And even back then, people were saying, this is the future. But then 2020 came and everything slowed down. Was COVID-19 released to kickstart the fourth industrial revolution and to scare everyone so we will willingly enter all-encompassing digital ID vaccine system? But what happened in 2020, it accelerated this, the fourth industrial revolution. So you see, mobile devices, Internet of Things platforms, location detection technologies, advanced human-machine interfaces, authentication and fraud detection, 3D printing, smart sensors, big data analytics, multi-level customer interaction and customer profiling, augmented reality, cloud computing. And we know blockchain is also a very big part of this. I still do not think there would be a fourth industrial revolution without certain networks. Stellar, Ripple, XDC, Quant, Algorand, IOTA, Casper, HBAR, I mean, dag. And this is coming and it's emerging now and it's moving so much quicker today. The reason I wanted to show you those older videos is because you could see how big the transition has been. Look at all the rails. Ripple emerged into a global company since then. And we now even have politicians pointing out that this is happening. Tom Emmer, the nexus between AI and digital assets seems necessary and inevitable. The convergence of blockchain and AI can not only improve the trustworthiness of data, but the decentralization of AI data can mitigate single point of failure security issues. So that's the fourth and fifth industrial revolution coming together. And this is the one company, the one cryptocurrency that is bridging it together. It is Casper, and they are working with IBM. Take a listen to this.
Thank you for the opportunity. Why is AI governance important for organizations? Three key reasons. One, regulatory control. Organizations need to be compliant to the new AI Act and AI-related governance regulations. Two, it's around lifecycle governance of the model itself and the data used to train the models and the fine-tuning of these models. So all the way from concept to deployment, there is a life cycle and auditability around it. And three is to be able to know whether the performance metrics that the original design of the model is actually being met and continue to evolve, especially manage for things like drift and data drift, model drift, bias, discrimination, real-time analysis, and compliance for HAP, which is hate, abuse, and profanity, and so on and so forth.
So what Casper is doing is they are keeping AI in check, and they are bridging the fourth and fifth industrial revolution together at the same time. You're going to see Casper also being directly tied to Ripple, tied to Stellar, tied to QNT and Quant, tied to Algorand, and so on. That's going to happen over time. And this also brings us back to universal basic income, because this is also part of the fourth and fifth industrial revolution, because AI is going to take jobs. So there's going to be a need for universal basic income. But people want it now. But once you give a person universal basic income, they give up. And even the studies show that they give up. Worst of all, the basic income recipients didn't seem to transfer to better jobs or go back to school. Two of the most powerful arguments for basic income. Instead, people just sat around at home. And every single person I see that wants universal basic income, they always say it's going to give me time to do the things I want to do. And most of the time they say playing video games and things like that. So there's always going to be pros and cons to UBI. But the biggest con to UBI is going to be that it's going to be government-controlled money. That's why I'm always urging you to get rich before this happens. And a lot of us are about to be cashing out a little bit of our crypto, maybe taking our initial investment out. And of course, you're going to be on the hook for capital gains taxes. But look at the double standard here. 5,800 IRS employees and contractors owe nearly $50 million in unpaid taxes. And they didn't even go on a payment plan or anything. They just plan to never pay these taxes. They think they're going to just go ahead and not pay any of the money in. Now, if that was you, of course, you'd be getting all kinds of letters in the mail and telling you that they're going to garnish your wages and so on. But you know, it's always a double standard at the U.S. government, it seems. Nancy Pelosi and her insider trading, other politicians, insider trading. We also know money laundering happens at the government level as well. But even at the IRS, it's no different. People aren't paying their taxes. But I don't plan on selling my XRP. Other cryptocurrencies that I hold, I'm most likely going to take some profit on those now. But XRP, it's too close for utility to start driving the price of XRP. That's the way I look at it. And I don't plan on cashing out into US dollars. I want to find something different to cash out into. A lot of people are saying just put it into, gold or silver. Other people are saying, invest it into something else, maybe a small business, something like that. But I don't know. I'm going to make that decision as time gets closer. And most likely I'll talk about it on this channel when that time comes. But what I've showed you in this video is a timeline for Ripple and XRP. And I just really do not believe we would be where we are right now with CBDCs throughout the world, as far as remittances as well, and people sending money home. That would not be happening, because without blockchain, none of this would even be happening. It wouldn't be real. This has been a vision, and now blockchain makes that vision a reality. And that's why I'm always urging you to not sell too soon, because we're at the beginning of this now. This is going to become so much bigger over the coming months and coming years. And if you hold XRP long enough, you can get generational wealth from it. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.